All right. It says I'm live on both, but let's check it. Boom, there we go. It says I'm live. Mic check, mic check. Let me see. Audio good. Mic check. Hello, hello. All right, bet. Sounds good. All right. How am I looking on the YouTube? Am I looking good on the YouTube? I'm looking pretty damn good on the YouTube. Mm. All right. All right, okay. So I'm actually streaming this straight from Riverside today. We're not doing like breaking it up one on Twitch and one on YouTube. Like it's easier to just do it straight from the broadcast. And then after this, when I want a game, then I will do okay. After this, when I want a game, then I will do a yeah. Then I'm gonna do a what I'm talking about, like I would do actual gaming stream later. So make sure y'all ready for that. Make sure y'all ready for that. So what's up, everybody, man? What's up, everybody, to another episode. No, I ain't ready for that yet. I ain't ready yet. Yo, Chad, this is my first solo podcast episode. But it's not gonna be 100% solo because the boy Jay came in to save the day. He'll be here in a little bit. He'll be here in a little bit. I hope. No, I'm sorry. No, okay. First solo, pretty heavy topic podcast. So, yeah. So if y'all want to see, should I pull up? Okay, I mean, you might. I mean, let me know. See how the flow is going, and if you want to pull up, let me know. All right. But today, we're gonna hop right into it, man. We're gonna hop right into it. I Loki made a script for this, so I'm just gonna get into it as soon as I find the script because I had it. I did 1,000 different things. Now I'm doing okay. All right, here we go. Mic check, mic check. Hey, Nails. Nails, I miss you. All right. Let me ask you something before we get into anything else. Okay. Have you ever done anything right? Put in the work, showed up, stayed consistent, and still felt like you're pretending? Like at any moment, someone was going to tap you on the shoulder. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and clock out. Okay, I'm just gonna add that. But someone's gonna tap you on the shoulder and say, "Hey, you actually don't belong here. What are you doing here?" That feeling has a name. Okay, and today we're not running from it or dressing it up. We're putting it on the table. Okay, this episode is a small case study that I've been doing, that I've been trying to figure stuff out about imposter syndrome. What is it? Why it shows up when we're growing and becoming better versions of ourselves, and why some of the most capable people in the world that struggle with imposter syndrome. So before we go any further, if you're with me live right now, welcome to the chat. Welcome into the Cool Down Den. I see you in chat today. Thank you so much for being here. Drop where you're listening from, whether it's YouTube, Twitch, Spotify. Well, Spotify's gonna be later, but if you're watching live from YouTube or Twitch, make sure you type in the chat right now, okay? And if this topic ever has hit close to home for you, just type me in the chat. I'm not here to motivate you. I'm not here to give you quotes. I'm here to talk honestly about the thoughts we don't say out loud when it comes to this topic, both that we live with every day. So if you're ever questioning your worth in rooms that you've really honestly earned to be in, but you feel like you haven't, this is the topic for you. And feel like confidence is something everyone else gets first when you really deserve it, stay with me. Stay with me. Let's talk about it. And let's figure out what is imposter syndrome. So I'm gonna make that a little clip, chat, because I feel like that was a nice little, script that I made. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get back. No, you good now. You good. Bacon Freak, how you doing? Welcome in, Bacon Freak. Welcome in. But so that was my little intro. But so now let's get into it, man. The first question that I really haven't done like a super heavy episode like this. Maybe it's only heavy because of me. For me, it's heavy, right? But I wanna Okay, here go Jay right here. Boom. Okay, here we go. Boom, here we go. Can I put myself on this side or whatever? All right. So I really, like I said, I really haven't done a really, really heavy episode like this. Jay, your mic working? You good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. All right, bet. All right. This man Jay came in rubbing his lips. No, but okay, look. So yeah, so we're talking about imposter syndrome. The first question is, what is imposter syndrome? So actually, before Jay wanted to be on, I was like, you know what? I was really preparing for this to be a solo episode, but I'm glad he's here. It helps ease the tension a little bit. I have a bunch of different videos and like I said, case studies and things that I looked up about this topic, about this. So we're gonna dive into this first video. It's a little short video telling us what is imposter syndrome, and then Jay, after that, I want you to give me your take on what you think it is, based on what you read or what you know about it. Right? Actually, no, let's do that first. Jay, what do
Oh
you think?
shit. No. Watch the video. Watch the video. Watch the video. Watch the video first.
Watch the video first. All right, bet. All right, here we go. Boom. Here this is. It's a TED talk. You know, some official when it's a TED talk. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do this right here. Can I do this? All right, boom. Bam. We're gonna do this right here. All right. Where is this right here? Boom. All right, here we go. Let me know. Can y'all hear? Can y'all hear that?
I mean, I can.
All right, bet. No, say hi, Jay.
Even after writing 11 books
Howdy.
and several prestigious awards, Maya Angelou couldn't escape the nagging doubt that she hadn't really earned her accomplishments. Albert Einstein experienced something similar. He described himself as an involuntary swindler whose work didn't deserve as much attention as it had received. Accomplishments at the level of Angelou's or Einstein's are rare, but their feeling of fraudulence is extremely common. Why can't so many of us shake feelings that we haven't earned our accomplishments, or that our ideas and skills aren't worthy of others' attention? Psychologist Pauline Rose Clance was the first to study this unwarranted sense of insecurity. In her work as a therapist, she noticed many of her undergraduate patients shared a concern. Though they had high grades, they didn't believe they deserved their spots at the university. Some even believed their acceptance had been an admissions error. While Clance knew these fears were unfounded, she could also remember feeling the exact same way in graduate school. She and her patients experienced something that goes by a number of names: imposter phenomenon, imposter experience, and imposter syndrome. Together with colleague Suzanne Imes, Clance first studied imposterism in female college students and faculty. Their work established pervasive feelings of fraudulence in this group. Since that first study, the same thing has been established across gender, race, age, and a huge range of occupations, though it may be more prevalent and disproportionately affect the experiences of underrepresented or disadvantaged groups. To call it a syndrome is to downplay how universal it is. It's not a disease or an abnormality, and it isn't necessarily tied to depression, anxiety, or self-esteem. Where do these feelings of fraudulence come from? People who are highly skilled or accomplished tend to think others are just as skilled. This can spiral into feelings that they don't deserve accolades and opportunities over other people. And as Angelou and Einstein experienced, there's often no threshold of accomplishment that puts these feelings to rest. Feelings of imposterism aren't restricted to highly skilled individuals either. Everyone is susceptible to a phenomenon known as pluralistic ignorance, where we each doubt ourselves privately, but believe we're alone in thinking that way because no one else voices their doubts. Since it's tough to really know how hard our peers work, how difficult they find certain tasks, or how much they doubt themselves, there's no easy way to dismiss feelings that we're less capable than the people around us. Intense feelings of imposterism can prevent people from sharing their great ideas or applying for jobs and programs where they'd excel. At least so far, the most surefire way to combat imposter syndrome is to talk about it. Many people suffering from imposter syndrome are afraid that if they ask about their performance, their fears will be confirmed. And even when they receive positive feedback, it often fails to ease feelings of fraudulence. But on the other hand, Hearing that an advisor or mentor has experienced feelings of imposterism can help relieve those feelings. The same goes for peers. Even simply finding out there's a term for these feelings can be an incredible relief. Once you're aware of the phenomenon, you can combat your own imposter syndrome by collecting and revisiting positive feedback. One scientist who kept blaming herself for problems in her lab started to document the causes every time something went wrong. Eventually, she realized most of the problems came from equipment failure and came to recognize her own competence. We may never be able to banish these feelings entirely, but we can have open conversations about academic or professional challenges. With increasing awareness of how common these experiences are, perhaps we can feel freer to be frank about our feelings and build confidence in some simple truths. You have talent, you are capable, and you belong. Everyone can use a little extra kick of confidence sometimes.
All right, that's beautiful. So that's a nice little video about what is imposter syndrome, man.
Mm.
So I watched that video and I was like, okay, I hear it, I hear it, I like it. So Jay, what do you think about that video?
But
What it
do
is,
you receive it though?
man?
You
You know
hear
that
it, but do you receive
that's
it?
the thing about receiving. You have to be willing to take that by the hand or whatever it is, But I do receive it though. I do receive imposter syndrome and what it is, and I do realize that it made me feel better to know I'm not the only person that has it. Well, let me not say it because, like I said in the video, it's not like a disease or nothing, but like I'm not the only person that struggles with it, right? First of all, shout out to Bree in the chat. I see you. But yeah, chat. While Jay is talking, I want to get y'all opinion, man. What y'all think, man? Type in the chat. What y'all think about that video? Do you guys struggle with imposter syndrome before? Type in the chat. Let me know. But Jay, what you think about it?
So I think everybody with a creative brain has struggled with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, I struggle with it because of the simple fact that streaming for what 5 years and still only averaging 2 viewers. You know what I mean? Posting content semi daily, still only averaging 15 views and one like. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're gonna doubt yourself, especially if you have the creative brain, and being in this streaming world, right? Or anything creative. Because when it comes to clothing brands, people get, you know what I'm saying, like they doubt themselves too. So I think we all struggle with it if we have a hustle.
Mm.
I don't think I don't think it's as bad when you're working under somebody. Like if you're like a supervisor, or if you're just a 9 to 5er and that's solely all you are. No, you know what? Even them, matter of fact, they could struggle with it at home. Maybe not think they doing enough being a spouse or being a father.
Mm.
So I actually take that back. So I think everybody struggles with it somehow, some way.
Okay. It looked like it seems like you took it a little bit different how I took it. The way I took it was like somebody who reached the peak pinnacle. Well, not the peak pinnacle, but just like a really high aspect. The way I saw it at first was, let's say somebody like Castanet recently, right? Castanet is probably the biggest black streamer on the planet right now. And even he said, "I need to take a break. I don't feel right." And we saw that video. We saw Kyle put out a video saying he needs to take a break. He don't feel right. He need to step away from streaming. You know, because he didn't feel like he still doesn't feel like he deserves winning all these different awards and winning all this. And so that was me saying, "Oh shit, Castanet got imposter syndrome." This man has been putting out so much stuff. He's put on so many people, and he has blown up. And he's like, I don't deserve this shit. Like, why me? That's how I took it, right? I think that when I watched that video, that's how I took it. That's what imposter syndrome is. It's like, yo, why me? Like when I first started streaming, I started streaming just to in COVID, just to get out of depression and shit, and just next thing I started having people from Puerto Rico and all around the world just tune into my streams and chill with me. One of my favorite dude, Lukey Cupcake, came on my stream and just like, yo, my first like legit, I guess, fan, quote unquote, however you want to put it. All of my streams and stuff. And I'm just like, yo, why is this little 16-year-old kid like Stu? That don't make sense to me. And for me, I never understood why, right? So that's what we're gonna dive into here. I've done some research on a couple of things, and I just want to have this conversation, with you guys, chat with Jay about what is imposter syndrome and why we don't give ourselves the credit that we actually deserve. You know what I'm saying? Um, they don't need my ass to come back. So here's the thing. See, this is what I'm saying, and this is a good point right here, Nels. This is a very, very, very good point, right? And I have this same thought a lot. The world will keep spinning without me. The world will be better without me. They don't need me there. I'm not as big as I am, and so that's something that we're gonna dive into here. We're gonna dive into here. So,
That's what I'm saying though. Yeah, it don't matter how big or small you are. If people fuck with you, they fuck with you.
right.
And that's another thing that I struggle with. In my head, I feel like I ain't well. I feel like that's more so you struggle with that. Like
Mm-hmm.
you struggle with you feel like not enough people fuck with you, right? But let's think about it like this. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm gonna say 90% of the bigger streamers, right? No. I'm going to say 90% of the 1% of anything manipulate their numbers, right? So I don't know if you ever heard like interviews of rappers or whatever talking about like yeah, when you sign with a big record label, you got that system behind you, right? With that
Right.
system, they buy up some of their shit. So when they drop an album, they buy up some of the sales for the album. They manipulate their numbers. So when it comes to streaming, the bigger streamers, the huge streamers, their numbers are manipulated. I ain't gonna lie to you. I get nosy, so I click on the the little icon to see how many people all in there, whatever the case is. And for over the years, I've seen the actual thousands of names, and I've also seen some people that says that they have a 1,500 in there and really only have close to a couple hundred or close to a couple or 100 names on the list. Like I literally was
Mm-hmm.
high one day, got bored, and got to literally counting the names I see in the thing. Right now, now I'll also be honest with y'all. Like coming into this shit, since I was looking for a fast turnaround, I was trying to figure out how can I make this as fast as possible. So manipulate my numbers as well, right? So there's two different ways you can do it. And out of those two different ways, I'm pretty sure some of the bigger streamers are either knowingly doing it, or somebody is doing it without them knowing. But a lot of the numbers are manipulated when it comes to shit. So that's why I said I think when it comes to you looking for like a certain number to fuck with you, but you have plenty of people that fuck with you. And that I be having to remind myself too, like, you know what I'm saying? Like plenty of people fuck with you. Nails, plenty of people fuck with you. You have multiple communities that fuck with it. We have multiple communities that fuck with us. So it don't matter how many motherfuckers come in at a time. Just know that motherfuckers want to see us.
Mm-hmm. Is that exactly 100%, 100%, and so and I love what Nils just said here. She said there are so many other people that's more entertaining than me for y'all to watch. And that right there is the perfect concept of what imposter syndrome is, right? And you know what? Matter of fact, I was gonna watch this later on because I had another video for us to watch. I'm just gonna watch it now because I feel like we're already at that point. We're already at the point to where we're talking about imposter syndrome and why people feel that way and how to counter that, right? So when I watched this, I actually just watched this one today because I was looking for another video. This one's about it's another 4 minute video, and it's from a Harvard business professional, and he's just talking about imposter syndrome. And so yeah, just watch this, right? And and just tell me what y'all think about it after watching this video, because this is like another one. Hey lady, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Okay, yeah, here this is right here. Yeah, so this is just another one right here that really talks about imposter syndrome and yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna press play and just let it rock, let it rock. And close this out the way. Boom, bam. All right.
In my work, I specialize in strivers, really hardworking people, ambitious people. These are the people who want to do a lot with their lives. They want to take a bite out of life. I mean, I've worked with musicians that are barely getting by, but they really have this sense of calling. I've worked with business people who are doing really well, even though they're not really satisfied with what they're doing. What all strivers I've ever met have in common is that the higher they climb and the more success that they have, the more insecure they feel in their own success because they're not quite sure that they've earned it or deserve it. That's called imposter syndrome, of course. It's completely natural. It only really doesn't happen to one group that I found, the people who really are imposters. It's one of the great ironies I've found is that people who deserve success through hard work and merit and personal responsibility are not quite sure they deserve it. And the people who don't deserve it are often the people who actually are most sure that they do. In my work, if I find somebody who's extremely successful and who doesn't feel like an imposter, that makes my antenna kind of tingle. My spider sense is on edge because I think I might have in my profession we call a dark triad. Dark triads in business or in personal life are people who are above average in 3 characteristics. Narcissism, it's all about me. Machiavellianism, I'm willing to do what it takes, including hurting you to get my way. And psychopathy, to be psychopathic, which is to say, I'm going to hurt you and feel no remorse. You might think that that's super rare. It's not. 1 in 14 people in the population is above average on those 3 characteristics. Dark triads are 7% of the population. You know them. They've broken your heart. They've been disloyal to you. They've taken credit for your work. They've made life miserable. And you try to avoid them. Here's the truth. If you're doing really well in your career and you're being rewarded for it, and you're a good, normal, healthy person, you're going to sort of wonder, is this earned? Do I really deserve it? Am I up to this task? What you're doing here as a healthy person is that you know what you're good at and you know what you're not good at. Well, guess what the world sees? What you're good at, that's why you're getting ahead. What do they not see? The things that only you see, which is what you're trying to get better at. You have full visibility. You know, you're looking at the entire landscape. The rest of the world is not. They're looking at the ways that you're creating value. You're looking at the ways that you can't create value yet. And you tend to focus because of what psychologists call negativity bias and what you don't have as opposed to what you have. When you focus as a striving, hardworking, ambitious, and upwardly mobile person on what you don't have, you're going to feel like an imposter. That's just the way it is, unless you're a dark triad. So what do you do if you have imposter syndrome? The answer is to understand it, keep up to date with it, and keep trying to get better at the things that you're not good at yet. This is an opportunity. It's for growth, for becoming the person that you truly want to be. Even if other people overestimate how awesome you are, which of course they do, right? You don't have to, and you can focus on the ways that you can actually become better. If you feel imposter syndrome, that's great. That means all kinds of good things about you, but don't miss the opportunity. Don't miss the opportunity to focus on the ways that you actually can get better and keep striving more for it. Lean into the imposter syndrome without giving into it. Lean in without giving in.
We're gonna leave it right there. We're gonna leave it right there. And there's like another minute left, but we're gonna leave it right there for right now. Because I wanted to bring that up. And so something I really liked about what he said was not only that it's okay to have imposter syndrome, right? That most people have it. But the fact that the only group of people who do not have it are the people who feel like, oh, I earned this shit. I don't like they're either narcissistic, Machiavellian, and I forgot the third one. It's just and I'm like, yo, that's kind of crazy. Because a normal person they have these doubts. They have these doubts, especially with the way society is, with social media running rampant. Everybody always sees the positives. They always see the good. My relationship. How many times have we seen? Let's take for instance the relationship online. Oh my God, they're so cute. They're so cute together. They go on the perfect dates. They go on trips and all that shit. Whole time he's beating her. Whole time she's cheating. People only see the W's because that's what so I think the imposter syndrome has become so big because of social media, and people are just they only post their W's to where whenever you don't get the same type of W's, you feel like the W's you do have don't mean shit. You know, and that's you know, you know, so
I feel like it's a I don't feel like okay, so I ain't completely hear everything he said, but with him saying like the people that don't suffer from like self doubt at all are narcissistic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily believe that because you could believe in yourself and not, you know what I'm saying. I don't feel like so I don't know if he said like those who don't think like this are this because I feel like there's a in between where you know what I'm saying where motherfuckers could sit here and be like cool and don't have and not be a narcissist. So I don't know.
Well, he
I
was
ain't gonna too
saying
much believe in and feed into that for real.
like, when it comes to imposter syndrome, it's like the reason why we have it is because our accolades that we have, people they pump us up for what we do good. They don't see what we struggle with. We see it. We understand it because that's your shit. You know what I'm saying? And unless you tell somebody, like for instance, Jay, you a W streamer. People love your streams. You know what I'm saying? You a great father. So people who know Jay, they're gonna be like, oh, Jay this, Jay that, he awesome. But you might got some shit in your head that you struggle with that don't nobody know. And so your head, you gonna be like, yeah, I'm not as good as a father as I could be because of that one time I did this, or I'm not as good as a streamer because I don't do this. Whereas the normal population don't even think about that. You're thinking about it. And so he's saying the people who don't have these doubts or shadows, or they don't think like that, they already thought they was perfect to begin with anyway. And
Well,
so
that's what I'm saying. Like I just feel like it's a percentage of people that's just confident that could pop they shit like and not be narcissists. Like I don't know. That's why I said like I feel like it was a vague statement like for him to say that because like I said I do believe I know personally. You know what? No, I take that back. Never mind. Never mind. I take that back.
I
I was
mean,
about
I
to say,
don't
I know
know.
personally people that's like confident in themselves and you know what I'm saying. But I take that back because I have
But
talked to
I
them.
think,
It's like
yeah, I think there's definitely
they struggle with some
confidence,
shit.
and then like I think the way he's putting it, right, the way I interpreted it when I watched it, he's talking about people who are 100% sure they deserve that shit. No, without a shadow of a doubt, this is my spot. I deserve it. I deserve to be here. You can't tell me shit because of whatever I did, whatever. Whereas there are people who make it, like I just brought up before, Kai Cenat, LeBron, uh, Albert Einstein, Maya Angelou, who really made it. And there's like, yeah, but nails. I'm a great person. I have views, but at the same time, y'all don't see what's in my closet. Y'all don't see how I'm doing this, how I'm doing that. Nails probably like, why y'all even fuck with me? I don't even got a pro controller. I'm still on a console. Like these are some shit Nails would probably say. I don't have a mix amp. I don't have all the sound effects. I don't have somebody controlling my computer. I don't have all, what I'm saying? Like imposter syndrome people, what they focus on what they don't have. And I say people, I'm talking about myself because if anybody knows me, they know I do this shit all the time. I talk about what I don't have all the time. All the time.
Facts.
Or
Facts.
like all this, damn Jay, if I just had this, man, if I did this, I had this, man. If I need to have this, I need to have this. The point is, I love what he said was, you got that because you want to do better. You realize that you're not 100% where you are yet, but you're striving to get there. And so it's kind of like checking yourself with checks and balances in the government, right? If you don't have checks and balances, then it's going to be easy for, like we got right now in the government. There ain't no fucking checks and balances because Republicans run everything. But we ain't gonna talk about that. If you got to have those checks and balances to keep yourself straight, right? As a human, as a government, as whatever. And so when he said that, I got it. I got what he was saying. So what causes imposter syndrome? Like what started this? So I'm gonna scroll up, Brie. I didn't skip anything you said. I'm gonna scroll up. I just want to make sure I got to that point, right? What causes imposter syndrome? So this is something that Brie said. And her being the licensed person that she is, I'm gonna put this out here. So let me see. Can I? Let me 20 seconds. Here we go. All right. So some of it comes from parents who don't praise their children,
Mm-hmm.
especially for accomplishments. They are seen as requirements, like graduating high school, which is a huge thing because so many people don't graduate, even that, or even middle school. But children who are not praised often turn into adults who cannot accept praise because no matter how big the accomplishment is, often feels like that is a minimum requirement. That right there, I felt that. Because I told you the story, Jay, what my mama told me growing up. You go to a college or a casket, you get a college or a casket. That was the so either you go to college or you die. It was a requirement. So by standards, graduating high school is a requirement. It's a default. That's a default. It's a default. And that right there brings me to something that my niece said to us the other day. Said to my sister, I should say. She said that she felt like sometimes she wishes she would get C's and D's. So she said sometimes she wished she got C's and D's so that when she got an A, she got more praise. Because it's gotten to the point now that she's getting A's all the time, to where she's getting A's and she shows a report card that it's like, okay, cool, because that's the standard, right? But there's no praise. Like, and when actuality, you got all A's. Let's go get you some ice cream. Let's go take you to a movie. Like, there's no praise, and I think that's the whole point of it, right?
Bro,
that's how I got from that.
Literally, Cole been through a ringer between me and her mom, bro. Like, for example, I was a nigga just to get by in school. I'm like, I'm gonna just get this piece of paper, but I ain't about to be excelling at this shit because I don't like being here. So I went to school to socialize and naps because you thought I was gonna be at home with Betty. No, I was not about to deal with Betty. No, I'm not dropping out. I'm gonna go ahead and be here for my little 6 hours and get the fuck on. So I just skated by. You know what I'm saying? Kick, push, Lupe, fiasco, skated by, nigga. Hey. Meanwhile, Cole's mom, she excelled in studies. So she graduated 4.0 student type shit, right? So Cole, she getting the praise from me because she doing a hell of a job from K through, you know what I'm saying, shit to now. Like, you know, in college, she still pulling all A's. So she get the praise from me, but it's the expectation for her mom. You know what I'm saying? So with me, I'm like, you know, I try to do little shit. Like I try to get a little pair of shoes or whatever you know what I'm saying, whenever the grades drop or whatever the case is. We still check her shit too because we keeping her on track. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not as hard on grades as her mom. I'm more so you need to be where you need to be when you need to be there. You know what I'm saying? So I'll stay on your ass about you feel me? I'll stay on your ass about that versus your grades because one assignment, I'm not about to be on your ass about every assignment. I ain't got time for that shit. Especially when I know she was juggling, you know what I'm saying, 3 different sports and in school and she in multiple clubs. Like when she graduated high school, she had 14 fucking honor corps. So she was in multiple organizations and I'm like, so one assignment ain't about to blow me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to be mad at you for one because you got a B on one of your assignments. Like, bro, I ain't got time for that. But on some real shit though, that's real though. Like we need to like uplift more because it's some fact. But we need to uplift more for the simple fact that not enough uplifting had happened to us. You know what I'm saying?
But real quick, I'm gonna pause real quick because I want to take this moment. If Cole does see this podcast, you a fucking superhuman because the way you do all this shit and still get A's. Because God, let it be known, when I was in high school, during football season, my grades was just C's because I had to get C's to play.
You had to get C's to play.
I had to get C's to play. Now, after the season's over, then my grades would shoot up. But you thought I was studying during football season? Shit. So the fact you get all A's during the season and you was playing the multiple, shout out to you, Cole. Shout out to you, Cole. So I'm gonna take this clip and make sure you see it. But yeah, I just want to make sure you get that.
Nigga, I literally was ineligible in my first half of the basketball season because my grades were shitty. And then my mom said my sophomore year I couldn't hoop because, you know what I'm saying, she like, you ain't taking school serious, so we ain't about to hoop. So I showed her I could get I had a 3.6 my sophomore year, my first quarter. I had a 3.6. So I'm showing her like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I'm cool, whatever. She's like, no, you got the grades, but I need you to get a job because you think I'm playing. All right, so bet I had a job lined up for my junior year, but I was like, I'm gonna have a job next year because it was a Boys and Girls Club, so I couldn't work there until I was and a junior or whatever. So she was like, "Nah, you need a job now." I was like, "Oh, fuck this shit then. We back to our normal schedule program. I'm about to skate by again. You gonna be fucked up." I'm cool. I'm cool, bro. I'm cool. You had me fucked up. Now I'm like, I know I got you fucked up, but Mom, you got me fucked up, bro. You got me fucked up. I'm not about to keep busting my ass for these weak ass teachers and shit. I'm like, nah, I'm cool.
Why does some of the stuff Bree type pops up here, but it don't pop up here? Okay. This ain't ARC. Does it say ARC on my screen? Ah, shit, it does. That shit do say ARC. It did not update the title. Hold on, chat. I gotta. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, Pen, ain't you a mod? Yeah, thank you. That's the only thing bad about this. Okay. Thank you. Don't do that. I'm sorry. All right. Yeah. So that is very true. So we definitely need to start giving more praise to people who definitely deserve it and earn it. You know, getting A's while being in school and juggling shit is great. You know, I told my nieces when I found out, I was like, yeah, you get all A's, and yes, that is an expectation, but I don't want you to think about we don't love you or we're not praising you just because you get it. You know, that is the standard, yes, but we need to start like Nell said, we're gonna praise our loved ones for standards, because let's be and I think this is where it comes from, right? Especially with a lot of people who are higher. And Nels, you're very. I'm gonna call it a spade here. You're a 10%er, right? If anybody knows the 10% about Black people, the 10% getting AIDS and no, Penna, not. No, you're a 10%er, and a lot of us are 10%ers. We're strivers. We work hard. We're not just okay with just basic, just normal life. We want us and our kids and our friends, all our loved ones, to be great, right? And so when you have that mindset to where you want to be great, there's just certain stuff that you're just like, yeah, that's not gonna fly in my household. It's not. And so when you saying, you know, when you have those standards, right, it's a different thing. Like Jay was saying, like for himself going to school, he really had them standards. He's like, man, I'm just showing up. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, growing up, if I just showed up and didn't like try to at least get a C, I'm getting my ass beat. Straight like that. I'm getting my ass beat. Like, because you're not trying. There's no effort. So, but I know there's a lot of households out there to where that was the case. The parents were, you know, my last relationship, you know, her mother was just I don't even say she was a mother. She was just a roommate that just happened to be the illegal age of guardianship. Like that. I feel like there's a lot of people like that, right? They don't push the boundaries for their children, and that can start that way, right? They're just okay, y'all, you here, I fed you, I clothed you, go off and do whatever. Just make sure you go to school, because if you don't go to school, they're gonna take me to jail for being a bad parent. Other than that, I don't give a fuck. Like I feel like there's a lot of parents like that, right? Let me see what we got here in the chat. Let's see what we got here in the chat.
Wait. You feel like it's a lot of motherfuckers out here that just don't. You know what? You might be right. You might be right.
Yeah,
you might be right.
I feel there's a lot of parents like that because think about it. There's laws that's like, if your kids keep missing school over and over and over repeatedly, we taking you to jail for being a bad parent.
No, you might be right. You might be right. And that's the thing, though.
And that's
with, I guess it would be.
Put a percentage on it. I'm not putting a percentage on a pen. I'm not doing that. You ain't about to clip me and have me all over the.
I'm weak. I guess it would be like the younger generation, like those kids that jumped off the porch, like the YNs or whatever the case is.
Man, the YN. And if y'all haven't watched the YN podcast, make sure y'all click this link up here up top. Make sure y'all check out that podcast. We're talking about the YNs changing the Matcha Boys. You know what I'm saying? Had to, snip it to previous podcast. But
it's funny because I get praise now, right? I get hella praise now. No. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and tell you this story.
Yeah.
I've always received praise, right, for the littlest shit. But I think it's because I'm the baby of the family, right? Like I'm the baby grandchild, I should say. So I'm the youngest. So I don't think I don't know what the fuck they thought, but I must say that they definitely like they fucked with me from. I got a lot of attention and I a lot of unwanted attention, whether that be good, bad, or mediocre, right? So nowadays, right, for example, when at my grandfather's repast, right, I'm getting all my family members coming up to me talking about, I see you doing your thing, boy. You be on that you be on there streaming and talking that shit on that podcast, and I be seeing your clips, man. I be trying to figure out how to support you. And I tell everybody, like, what you doing right now is enough support for me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta do nothing more. You ain't gotta like it. Cause I know people be like, oh, I don't want to fuck up my algorithm and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just let me know that you seen some of my shit. I'm cool with it. You feel me? So it's funny because now that we get to this day and age of praise, I'm getting praise from, like, you know, older relatives, not knowing what the fuck, they not even knowing what the fuck they watching. They not knowing I got the controller in my hand and I'm shooting. They not knowing any of this shit. They not knowing uh what kind of clothes I'm wearing on my other shit. Like, they not knowing any of this shit, but they just see me and they excited to see me. So I'll be like, I have to take that into consideration when I start getting like in my head about shit. Like, damn, I'm not doing enough. I just take that and be like, Jay, you gonna be cool, bro. Just chill. Just figure out. It's like it's really the battle of the algorithm. That's what you fighting for real.
Right.
Because it's like we all lined up as surfers, right? And we all watching these motherfuckers ride this wave. And we all trying to figure out when our best wave, when is the best time for us to catch that wave. So that's how I view it. Like Rocket Power for real.
First and foremost, Rocket Power was the show. Rocket Power. If anybody don't know, first of all, if you don't know what Rocket Power is, you might be too young to be in this channel. You feel me? No, I'm just playing. But no, Rocket Power was the show for sure. But I like what you said. I like what you said right there when it comes to kind words, right? And so I'm gonna take this now. We're not gonna read the whole thing. Like I said, I have a lot of things pulled up here, because I did a lot of deep dive into imposter syndrome. So look at this right here. So compliments is just another thing that a lot of people who suffer from imposter syndrome or depression, or things like that, who struggle with those type of things, right? Obviously, I'm not 100% because I don't know everything, but psychologists attribute this discomfort when you get compliments and you don't feel ease about it, you don't feel good about it, to cognitive dissonance. What is it? Dissonance? I can't say that fucking word. Dissonance. Somebody break that down. Somebody break that down. That's how am I supposed to say it? Okay, but anyway, it's the mental tension that arises when our self-perception doesn't align with how others see us, right? So when you saying, Jay, like people say, hey, I see you, Jay. I see what you're shitting now, what you get ready with me and your streams, and I'll be seeing you on my tickety talk, because people like that, you get them old uncles. I see you in the tickety talk, and I see you doing your thing now. And but part of you like, man, you don't see that one 30-second shit I posted. It took me 5 hours to create. I had to, you know what I'm saying? Like that 30-second clip that you love, that you think I'm just that shit at, and you must have thought I was just that took me 5 hours, 15 videos, and matter of fact, 3 edits, because I deleted the other 2 that you didn't see, just for that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, when people give us compliments, we automatically think of the work that went in to get that compliment. And how much work, like, I don't know. That's how I took this, right? Like, when it comes to imposter syndrome, that's kind of me. So, like I said, when I first did this episode, it was supposed to be a solo episode, because I was going to talk more about me. So I'm going to talk about me here a little bit. I know personally, with me, compliments to me, I'm not going to say hurt, but it's just like, damn, you must not know me. Like, because like the people who know me usually leave and you decide to stay. So like, I must have lied to you about something. And it's not, it ain't cool to feel that way. It's not cool to feel that way, because it's just like, damn, you really rock with me. You must not have seen all my shit just yet. Because the people who have seen me for me have always left. So if you still here, something ain't right. And that ain't cool to think about yourself in that way,
Stu, you be tweaking, bro.
Dissonance. Dissonance? Is that how you say it? Dissonance? I'm tweaking. Yeah, I mean, look, man, look. The
You
self
stay
hatred,
tweaking.
the self hatred of Stu is something crazy. That's why I'm working on myself. Um, but yeah, so let me get back to these questions here. Okay, so look, how do I know when imposter syndrome is showing up inside of myself? Because we talked about where it comes from. We talked about their family upbringing and stuff like that. Where's it at? Where's that? Yeah, no, I should just get back to this. Get back to this. Because it says that when I looked it up, imposter syndrome can come from family dynamics. We talked about how family dynamics can cause imposter syndrome. Perfectionism. So people who are perfectionists more than likely are huge imposter syndrome people because they feel like, why are you praising me for this when I, this step and this step and this step, I ain't do that, right? Societal pressures. I think that's huge nowadays. We talked about that before, Jay, about society shows us that like, having a perfect relationship or shit. Right now, the hot thing is how to be a fucking man. Can we? Every damn day, there's something new telling us on how to be a man. And so, when you trying to, I guess, not live up to social media, but at the same time, you want to be cool. Sometimes when people tell you, "Oh, you're a great man," Well, shit, society tells me I'm not a great man unless I do X, Y, and Z, and I only did X. So because I didn't do Y and Z, I must just be an average man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I think imposter syndrome means. So what do you think about that?
Bro, I don't believe shit on it. I don't believe shit on social media, man. Like dead ass, bro. I don't believe shit until it happened. I don't believe shit I read about the wig because I'm not. He ain't my president, so I call him the wig. I don't believe about shit I read about the wig until until I actually see this shit. Cause it'd be like this AI shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I done fell for it too many times. When you watching the clip, you like, oh my god, and then you see this, like you be like, oh my god, this bullshit. So it's like I don't believe shit on the internet. And when it comes to relationships, when it comes to being a man, when it comes to being a woman, a good woman or a good man, it's all how you perceive it. So we can't sit here and say, oh, my grandma and my grandfather used to do this, that, and the third when they lived in a different economy. We lived in a fucked up economy. The wig is doing some crazy shit. It's probably harder to live now than it was back in the day. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because one, racism, it's not in your face. Like, it's in your face, but it's hidden. So it's like now you got a second guess if that joke was racist or not because of the simple fact that, you know what I'm saying, is how you feel about it, right? So then also, you don't know if an establishment is racist because, again, they don't have the white only signs no more. So it's like this shit is hidden, but again, it's also in your face. So then you have the picture perfect relationships all through the internet. Like, we all know a relationship ain't perfect at all. Everybody has trying times. So it's like, just because you see them doing this, that, and the third, and you want to do that, and you can't do that, for whatever reason why, they don't have, you think, their relationship goals. My relationship goals was me and my spouse. That was my relationship goals. Whatever worked for us worked until it stopped working. Until, you know what I'm saying, somebody felt like, until somebody felt like they was doing more than the opposite, or the opposite person stopped doing. But even then, you know what I'm saying, you're supposed to have that conversation. That conversation didn't go too well. That person's still doing whatever the fuck they doing. That wasn't disrespectful, far as like, cheating and all that other crazy shit, or putting their hands on each other. But if they had that conversation, they sit down, had that conversation, and if it continues to go how it's going, then you make that decision on if you want to stay or go. But again, I said this in a podcast before, but a lot of times the man chooses to stay because they trying to figure out shit. And as a man, we develop slower. So it's like, I ain't gonna get to that point that you at the rate that you're going. You get what I'm saying? So be patient with me like I'm patient with you. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, I don't believe none of that shit on the internet, bro. I watch the shit, and I just sit here and just continue to wait until some more shit come out. 9 times out of 10, eventually the truth comes out on the internet. But I I just watch the shit. I just scroll
I feel
past a
that.
lot of the shit.
I mean, you gotta do that, and that's because you have a very strong, mental fortitude. Stronger than most. Let's put it that way. Getting back to like what type of people, like what common triggers is what Google has right here. Common triggers for imposter syndrome. Personality traits is another one. So people with low self esteem. You know, I can't pronounce the word. Neuroticism and certain attachment styles can increase vulnerability to having that, right? Cognitive basis is negativity bias. So people who have a negative outlook on life. I have like all this shit, And so this is why I'm going to counseling. Your boy started counseling last week, this week. Your boy started counseling this week because I realized there's some things about myself. The negative self talk has got to stop. All that's got to stop because I want to, you know, I want to be more happy with myself. But just period. Just point blank period. Not for no reason, not for nobody. Just for Stu. Like I just want to, happy with myself just for Stu. Because especially I have people who tell me all the time, Stu, you a cool ass dude, you're a good ass dude. But it's just like it's hard for me, it's hard to believe sometimes.
Why is
Because
it hard to believe though?
when and why look, it's the same reason like watching that video. Like y'all see stuff, but y'all only see what I let y'all see.
Nigga,
that way.
no, stop. No.
Hold on, Jay. We talking.
First and foremost, we know everybody's life is difficult, bro. We know that. Everybody. We know your life circumstances is difficult. We can tell, right? Anybody that can read a room could tell, like, okay, bet. Oh, he keep a smile on his face on stream because it's, you know what I'm saying? But I know it might be some shit in the real life that he might be struggling with. Everybody struggles, brother. Everybody struggles with something. But you just be scared. You be running from love, nigga. Stop running from love. That's your problem. Let us love you, nigga.
Yes,
like, nigga, stop running from love.
And that's what we're talking about. So that's the reason why I had this podcast, because imposter syndrome is definitely, it's big for me personally, right? And I want to see, and the first thing when I did my research on imposter syndrome, I was looking on the first thing it literally says of how to cure it, or how to not cure it, but how to get past it, is to talk to people about it. So I was like, shit, I might as well have a podcast about it then. Let's talk to people about it and see if I'm not, am I the only one who deals with this type of thing? Like, am I the only one who feels like a fraud for having a successful podcast? Or am I the only one that feels like a fraud for going to work every day and actually succeeding at work? Like, am I like, and like these are questions that, like, of course, people like, nigga, duh. Like, what? Of course you doing good, Stu. You a smart ass person, duh. Like, these should be duh moments, but they're not, right? And so it did comfort me to watch a couple of these videos and see a lot of people deal with that. Maya Angelou dealt with that. Albert Einstein dealt with that. Kobe dealt with that. A lot of different. I went down a list of different people who struggled with imposter syndrome because they felt like their work that they put in was not enough to get the success that they actually got. Kai Cenat feels like he should not get the praise that he should get, when in actuality that nigga probably deserves more. So yeah, I think the whole point of this, and something that we uncovered here, is through chat and through everything else, the expectations of society, and not just society, families. When we talked about how societal pressures and family expectations can really make the mental, when you don't hit a certain threshold, pretty rough, right? Pretty rough. Like, for instance, I've talked about on previous podcasts how I proposed to this girl, but yet then once it got down to it and I had a conversation, I was like, yeah, I'm not ready. When in actuality, I probably could have been cool. I could have figured it out. We could have did some shit. I'm glad I didn't, but we could have did some shit, and I would have learned along the way. I would have become a better man along the way. But because of my head, I did not reach the threshold good enough to be a husband. I called everything off. Said, nah, fuck it. And I think a lot of times people do that, especially like you said, as creators. You know, how many times as a creator, I'm talking to all the creators in the chat, Nails, Jay, me, who else here? Rio, Panda, Bree, any type of creators, any type of successful person. How many times, honestly, have you gotten an accolade in your life and you like, but damn, like, I actually didn't do everything that was on my checklist to get this, because in my head I should have did more to get the same result. You know, I don't create shit but problems. You know what, Panda? It's hard to have a serious conversation with this girl. Look, it's like I don't create shit but problems. But no, look, like, yeah. So that's what it is, right? And so when I once again going into this, that's what imposter syndrome is. A lot of times I feel like that myself, just like, damn, like people really fuck with me, but why? You know? And that comes from a not having self-love 100% to realize, no, so you deserve this shit. You deserve this love. You deserve this. And that's what you have to train yourself into thinking, right? You have to train, and it really is training it. You know what I'm saying? Um, I have a question here that should be an easy one, but I want to get everybody's answer in chat. Why is imposter syndrome detrimental long term? To have this long term, to think negatively about yourself long term. Jay, you answer. What is something? Why is it detrimental to yourself to be that way long term? I know my answer, but I'm going to see what your answer is.
For me, I would say it would put me in a it would put me in a stagnant situation, because I'll wake up and not want to do the things that I know I should be doing, because I feel like I'm not getting that praise that I do want. So I'll just go ahead and basically sabotage my own shit. So then that's when you start seeing me take breaks. And then, 2-3 months and everybody like, oh, Jay, when you coming back? Jay, what you doing? Jay, where you at? Where you been at? And all this and other, you know what I'm saying? And then you ask yourself, like, who's genuine and who's not? Because it's like, who really want to watch me stream when I stream the same game I've been streaming for the last 5 years and not doing like anything else other than creating a couple clips here and there. So it's detrimental to me, because I'll stop doing the things that I know I should be doing, or that I enjoy doing, that help me be happy. So I'll fuck up my happy place, in which was being on stream.
That's real. And that's real. That's real. Bree said in chat, it creates a cycle where you'll start self-sabotaging.
That's my dog, man. That's why
I'm saying?
Fuck with her, man. That's what I'm saying. You lucky I don't say the shit that I'm thinking, because I say that shit. I fuck with her, man. That's my fucking dog, man. Yeah. Bro, you my dog, man. I fuck with you.
You know what I'm saying? And then she said, and then the more you do, the more you feel like the others. Wait, the more you do one, the more you'll feel like the other, and it keeps going. Type shit. And that's so true. That is so true. And I think I can relate to what Jay is saying. On a personal level, not really more on a streaming level. Personally, when it comes to streaming, I have my doubts and stuff, but I don't get the numbers. I don't get the numbers that I want anyway. So like, I don't think I've reached the peak to even qualify as imposter syndrome, to be honest with you. Like, I think you got to have a certain number before you can say you made it, and I don't think I hit the number yet. So yet right now I'm still growing in streaming and content creation wise. But as far as like when
that shit right there, nigga, that's that shit that kicking in right there, because of the simple fact that, again, we know that streaming ain't easy. It ain't easy on the mental. It ain't easy to sit here and fucking talk to one viewer. Whatever bot you have in your thing, Stream Elements,
man, what
Nightbot, whatever fucking bot you got. It's hard to sit there and talk to that bot when that bot ain't saying shit but sending out your links through your chat periodically. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, you ain't giving yourself enough fucking credit. That's what I be telling you. That's like, bro, you be tweaking, nigga. You stay tweaking. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's why I'm getting better at that, because
you ain't gotta have a million followers. You ain't gotta have a million fucking people in your fucking stream, man. You don't have to have that shit. Because again, eventually, we all know Twitch is already fucked up as it is. I don't get your notice at all. No, I don't get nobody notice for real. Like the people I actually watch, I for real don't get their notice. I'll be having to click the app and scroll for a little bit. Oh shit, my nigga live. But we all know the shit fucked up when it comes to that. And yet you still sit here and think that you gotta have certain shit for you to actually feel loved and appreciated, bro. No, everybody appreciates too, because they would, if they didn't, they wouldn't be watching this damn podcast right now. They would. We wouldn't be sitting here like texting you on the side like, damn, Stu, where the podcast at? It's Sunday. Oh yeah, you know what? I can't do it this week. And then we wouldn't be getting mad if we didn't fucking care.
That's true. Which is why I want to take the time to appreciate all the people that's here. Everybody that's here, everybody that's typing in the chat, even all the lurkers that are here. I appreciate every single one of y'all, man, because I genuinely do, as you can tell, struggle with accepting love. And so when y'all be here, whether it's spending time, whether it's spending money, whether it's spending whatever with me, I appreciate it more than a lot. I mean, I wouldn't say more than, but like I appreciate them. Leave it at that, right? So, getting back to this right here, let me see. Okay, so I wanted to say I went over this. Let me close this tab. Okay, so what are some symptoms, or how do you know you're dealing with it, right? So I looked that up, and when first and foremost, I found out there's an Imposter Syndrome.com. Like there's a whole like study on it, right? Here it is right here. So this right here is impostersyndrome.com. And yeah, that's right. Appreciate me. I appreciate you, Bree. Thank you. And so this is 10 ways to know if you're dealing with it or if you're suffering with imposter syndrome, right? And when I went through this list, I was like, damn, So number one, you live in a constant fear of being found out. A constant fear. Like, damn, if these niggas see this, they're gonna be like, I can't fuck with Stu. If these niggas, if these niggas see my hairline, they gonna stop coming to my stream talking about Jay. If these niggas, like, if these niggas found out about the real version, they not gonna fuck with me no more. And I'm not gonna lie, I've had those thoughts, especially romantic wise. I definitely have that thought romantically, 100%. I definitely have that thought about myself romantically, and that just comes from past situations and self-doubt by myself, right? Number two, each new challenge promises to be the big one, right? One reason you have succeeded is precisely because you have risen to meet new challenges yet. You have risen to meet new challenges yet. With each new challenge comes the fear of being unmasked, okay? So it's like every time you reach something or you get a new goal, you like, dang, if I hit this goal, someone gonna find out. If I hit this goal, someone gonna, what you say, Jay? Someone gonna find out on view button that I cheated my way up to the top. No, you ain't cheat your way to the top, big dog. You earned that shit. Whether through your hard work or through your wallet, you earned that shit.
No, bro. No, like you laughing, but that's dead ass, bro. Because you gotta think about how consistent you have to be. So let me hit you with this, right? If you ever hear people say, "Oh, I have a promo budget, a promotion budget," right? What the fuck does that mean? That means I'm paying for promotion, right? So what is that saying? I'm manipulating my numbers with my money until that shit gets on its own and catches its own wave. That's what I be saying. Like, we be looking at these numbers and be like, damn, we got 1 million views. But how did you get that 1 million views? I'll let you know this right now. Your favorite YouTubers used to do this shit. I ain't even gonna say used to. They still do it. The Swags, the Biffles, nigga. Soon as they post a video, why do they numbers jump immediately to 36,000 and get stagnant from there and then grow? Just pay attention to this shit. I'm telling you, all this shit be manipulated, and we be sitting here looking and you know what I'm saying, gazing over the shit. But everybody that's a somebody manipulate their numbers some way, somehow, or they either used to, and they did it until they caught that wave. And that's the part they don't tell you about. They tell you, "Oh, stay consistent. All you gotta do is stay consistent." No, bruh. You went somewhere. Somebody hit you up. Somebody was talking good. You used them one time. The numbers hit. You like, oh shit. You continue to use them because you start making money off some shit, and now where you at. They don't tell you that part. They do not tell you that part. They're not going to tell you that part.
No, they're definitely not. They're definitely not. And bringing that into the full circle here, because that explains why, at least for me, that explains why what Jay was saying. Some people just pop the fuck up. I'm gonna be honest. I never in my life heard of Drewski until Kaisenet. Never, not once. Didn't know he was a thing. And people are like, oh, I've been following his content for years. I'm like, yeah, that's true. Those are probably the day ones that was when he was posting when he had 20, 30 views. But when I saw Drewski, until I saw him on was it Kaisenet and Kevin Hart sleepover. First of all, that's what I was expecting. I was expecting Kaisenet and Kevin Hart. And then next thing I know, there's some big light-skinned fat nigga joining named Drewski. And I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? Why he talking so much? What are you doing? Like, that was my reaction to Drewski the first time, because I didn't know who he was. And then I started looking, I was like, oh, this nigga's actually hilarious. This nigga's actually funny.
So how you live on the internet but don't be knowing shit?
Because I live on it, but I don't live on it. Like, I'm just like, I don't really do deep dive research. I had no idea who he was. Now I listen to all the Drewski shit. Like, that fucking video he just posted about the church had me dying. As someone who grew up in the church, seeing that church video from Drewski had me dying. I laughed at every single one. I was like, yeah, that nigga cooked with that. Because that shit was funny as hell. It was funny as hell. So yeah, Drewski's funny, but I'm gonna be honest, I had no idea who he was. Burnt Peanut. Who the hell heard of Burnt Peanut until Arc Raiders came out? Of course, he was there. He played Escape from Tarkov and all this other shit. But who the hell? Now this man averages like 50,000 views per stream.
So Stu, let me ask you this, because I'm so confused by this, because I'm actually baffled by this, because the amount of times that I'll be on the internet and I'll post something and you be the first person to say something, it always in my head I'll be like, this nigga stay on the internet, he live on the internet. So let me ask you this. Whenever you're not on the internet, because it sounds like it's more frequent or more often than none, where do you be at? What are you doing?
Shit, in my fucking head? Nah, if I'm not in my head or on the internet, I'm just doing shit I always do. Watch anime or a sports game sometime.
There you go.
Like I watch entertainment, right? So like if I'm not on the internet, I'm watching some form of entertainment, whether it's Marvel, whether it's anime, whatever.
So, okay. That makes sense.
I be in the head as fuck always. Grams, not facts. No fact, man. Look, you know how many times that I am a walking epitome of I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get this money by tomorrow. Like I embody that phrase. I am that phrase. I swear to God, I am that phrase. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get this money by tomorrow, man. What? That is me always. But welcome to the chat, Grams, man. Glad to have you here, man.
No, I'll be this close every day becoming a fucking scammer.
Man, what?
This fucking close. I'll be like, I'm about to throw all my morals away and get the robbing niggas on the internet, bro. I'll be this fucking close. No, let me chill.
Man, Grams, I'm finna sell I'm about to sell Grams, I'm finna sell a foot. Fuck it.
You be sitting and looking, I'm telling you. You be looking, you be like, shit, I got two of these motherfuckers. I mean, you really need two? What's wrong with a little limb? You know what I'm saying?
You know how many times I done seen them post on Twitter talking about me driving to work when some 10-year-old YouTuber just bought his third house? Like, what the fuck?
You feel me? You be like, bruh.
Or some 19-year-old girl pop her pussy is about to buy her 15th fucking car. Like, but yeah, let me go clock to 9 to 5 just to survive. Like, yeah, that make you want to just be like, yeah, man, this I could rob that bank. The security don't even be that tight for real. Like you just be thinking shit like 16 with a Corvette C8. You feel me? A Corvette C8, like for real. So, oh, another thing right here. So back to this, man. Back to this list that we are looking at before. Where's it at? Okay. Number 3, you believe your success is a fluke. You believe your success is a fluke. That is one I've heard a lot of celebrities say. Kai Cenat, I heard him say it. Who else? Maya Angelou, all these different people. I've heard a lot of celebrities say, I don't know how the fuck I got big. It just that shit just happened. God bless me, and so I'm here, right? You know, and so they don't. Not a lot of times. Sometimes people say, "Oh, I put in a lot of hard work to get here, and so I earned this opportunity." More instead of they don't really say that as much. A lot of people are saying like, you know, I woke up one day and then this happened. Like Jay was saying, like I'm just big. They don't talk about how they bought views. They don't talk about how they actually did stay up a lot of times and have meetings with their content teams to make sure they organize and strategize different posts and when to put this, what content to put on what platform to reach a certain audience. They don't tell you about all that. All they say is I show. What's Tim Tedman always say? I just show up and clock in to work and now I'm a millionaire. That's not true. That's not true. Tim, Nick, anybody who's a successful person, they put in mad work behind the camera lens that people don't see, right? And so that's why we need to stop. Not we, because I ain't there, but the celebrities need to stop advertising that they just got there one day, which is why I love what Kai is doing. Kai, he said, "Hey, you know what? Sometimes I feel like I just blew up out of nowhere, and I don't like how my success came." And so now he's showing the process. If you guys haven't been watching, Kai Cenat just started a brand new freaking clothing line called Vivette, and he actually on his YouTube is showing every single day what they're doing, how he came up with the concept of this shoe or this shirt or this jacket or whatever. And I think it's kind of cool to see the behind the scenes because I feel like a lot of times people don't. It's not. I don't want to say people don't give a fuck or they don't care about the process, but the process gets no love. The process gets no love, and I think the process needs to start getting some love. Because goddamn it, Jay, if you get a 15,000 views on a TikTok, man, they ain't talking about how you was sitting in Discord with me and Kat editing that motherfucker. Hey, what y'all think about this edit? What do you think about this? Maybe you should put this here and put that there. Like that was a whole hour for that 1 minute clip that you got 15,000 views on. People don't see that. All they see is the 1 minute clip. Because people don't take time to actually dive into it. So you believe your success is a fluke for sure, right? Number 4, you see mistake making and failure as synonymous. And I think I struggle with this a lot. I struggle with this a lot. I think that if I make one mistake, then I'm just gonna fail and it's not gonna work out, and everything that I've ever built to this point is just gonna fucking collapse, and I can't fuck up because if I do, it's just gonna all fall apart. Yeah, that's not true. That's a dystopian way of thinking. That's a very dystopian way of thinking. I need to stop doing that. That's me personally. So anybody else in chat, what about y'all? Has anybody ever had that mindset to where they thought like, dang, if I fuck up right here, everything I worked hard for is just gonna collapse? Am I alone in that thinking, or does someone else think that way too? Jay, you ever thought about that? Like, if you fuck up here, well, it don't matter what it is. It can be streaming, it can be whatever.
I used to think, if I fuck up here, I'm gonna fuck up everything. But I heard a quote from my nigga Kobe, R.I.P. my GOAT. He has said, I don't understand why people say don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? He said because if the eggs break and the basket break, just go get some more. Go get another fucking basket and get some more eggs. So ever since then, I just kind of like, if I'm all in, I'm all in on everything. So it's like I bet on myself. If I bet on myself, I'm gonna bet on myself 100%. If I bet on you, I'm gonna bet on you 100%. I ain't gonna half-ass. I'm not gonna half-step a lot of shit, right? Only because I don't believe in half-stepping, because half-stepping don't get you anywhere, but a lot of half-ass results. So when
I
get into some shit,
like
I
that.
get into some shit.
I like that. I like that mindset. I do like that. That kind of reminds me of what my football coach used to tell us growing up, man. Like, if you gonna make a mistake, make it at 100%. So that way it's a lot easier to coach. Whereas if you try to make it at 50%, now I gotta guess if you actually made the mistake or if you were just taking that break that play. And so at first I ain't thinking about I ain't really know what that meant and stuff growing up. But now I realize, yeah, I see what coach is trying to say right there. If you gonna fuck up at 100%. So that way there's no doubt in your mind or anybody's mind of the reason why you fucked up. Because when you know why you fucked up, it's easier to fix. It's easier to fix. And so, yeah, I like that quote. If you're gonna lose, if the eggs break, just buy you some new eggs, man. I mean, it's expensive as fuck right now, but you can buy some more eggs. You know what I'm saying? Because eggs expensive as shit. Hey, Jay, I think when Kobe made that quote, eggs only like $1.50. So of course for him that made sense because eggs only $1.50. If you see these eggs cost $4, $5 now, he might have come up with a different fucking quote. That's all I'm gonna
You're
say.
fucking funny,
That's
bro.
all I'm saying. He would have said something else. He would have maybe said chicken or something. I don't know. Um. So when things go wrong, it's your fault. That's number 5. When things go wrong, it's your fault. That's not always true. That's not always true. And this, like I said, most of this list, I'm gonna be like, that's me. But yeah, I feel like that when things go wrong, it's your fault. That's not always true. A lot of things could go wrong that don't got shit to do with you as a person. Anybody watching this, just because something went wrong does not mean it's your fault. Okay, it could be a timing thing. It could be a situational thing. It could be somebody else's fault. It does not always mean it's your fault. You don't always have to take the blame for it, And I'm speaking to myself, but I'm definitely speaking to y'all here in chat as well. You know, you define competence as unaided perfection with ease. You know what? I'm gonna need this shit to get out of my business because you know how many times. First and foremost, and I tell people this all the time. I asked ChatGPT what's wrong with me, and what to say, Gramps. You know what? But no, this is good. So you define competence as unaided perfection with ease. The ability to say, I made it to the mountaintop without any fucking help. That is the biggest fucking lie that I think a lot of people tell ourselves all the time. All the time. Jay, what you think about that? About that the people sometimes think that, you're not competent if you did it with help. That's dumb as fuck. What you think though?
No, because everybody who's successful has not made it to where they at by themselves. When it comes to the NFL, when it comes to the NBA, NBL, any sports, when it comes to streaming, when it comes to YouTube, you have a team. You have a team. Everybody is designated a job when it comes to you. When it comes to your brand, when it comes to you, right? You start off by yourself, yeah, but everybody knows you can't get anywhere without other shit, without help, right? So the richest man on the earth isn't the richest man without having assets, without having what is that? Relationships, bonds with other people. You know what I'm saying? Their net worth really ain't their net worth without who they know. Because we all know it ain't about what you know, it's about who you know. So, so it's things like that when it comes to success. You want to, what you call that? Network.
Got a network.
You know, the network. Yeah.
So that's why it's very important to like this number 6 right here is a big thing. I think a lot of people might fall into this one. That you are still competent. Just because someone helped you out. Just because someone helped you out does not mean, damn, I ain't strong enough. As an anime watcher, sometimes I think about Izuku Midoriya. So Graham, you in the chat, you know what I'm talking about. How many times did Izuku say,
brother.
Jay, let me get it, bro. Because Graham, how many times did Deku say, I'm just not strong enough? That person did not get saved because I wasn't strong enough. And he internalized that shit. A lot of people do that. I'm not strong enough. I'm not smart enough. I don't got the money enough. Oh, like if I had this, I could have stopped and solved this. But the question is, you need help. The thing is, it's okay to need help. God designed us this way because if God designed us to not need help, there will be one person on earth at a time. Because what the fuck? Like, he designed us to mess with other people because everybody needs help. So it's okay. You're still competent just because you need help. You're still competent. Now, number 7, you've fallen into the expert trap. I'm going to be honest with y'all, chat. This number 7 right here almost stopped this episode we're doing right now. Number 7 almost stopped me from doing this episode right now. I thought, I'm not an expert on this topic. I don't know mental health. I mean, I may know a little bit shit I've seen off of Twitter, or I talked to my brother about, or maybe Bree about, but I ain't no expert. You know, I just know a little something, but who am I to voice I ain't no expert at this shit. That's some professional doctor level shit to talk about. That the cool down there can't talk about that. Cause I'm not an expert. So I almost didn't do this episode because of that right there. And so that's another trap, right? So that's another sign of imposter syndrome. You don't have to be an expert to have an opinion. Now, being an expert does help your opinion, but it doesn't. You don't have to be an expert to have an opinion. Your opinion is still valid. It still matters. It still is worth knowing to get the full picture. You know what I'm saying?
Opinion like an asshole. Everybody got one.
And they all stink, but you can clean it with a shower. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where I was going with that. I just feel like, you use overworking and over preparing to cover up your supposed ineptness. Damn, hold on. You use over. Let that simmer for a second. We're gonna preach today. You use overworking and over preparing to cover up your supposed ineptness. So I'm gonna read into just because y'all don't know what that means. I know it's like, I had to think about that for a second. There's nothing wrong with a good old fashioned hard work, but you preserve over even routine tasks as a way to protect yourself from being found out. You are driven by the belief that the only reason you got to where you are today is because you had to work harder and longer than any and everybody else. If you let up for even a minute, you fear the jig is up. After all, you believe if you were really intelligent, you wouldn't have to work hard in the first place. That, man, look. I don't know what it is about that one right there, but I feel like, hey, for me, how many times, me personally, matter of fact, I'm gonna get off of me for a second. Nels, I'm gonna get on you if you still here. Nels is just talking about she feels like people should watch somebody else who is more entertaining than her. Who said they want more entertaining? They want Nails. I want the Nails style of entertainment. If I wanted Tim the Tatman style entertainment, I will go watch Tim the Tatman. If I wanted Jay style, I will go watch Jay. I want Nails style entertainment when I want to watch it. Sometimes people want to watch Stu style entertainment. Sometimes they want pandas. Sometimes they want grams. People want what they want when they want it. Sometimes people want Krista's type of entertainment. Hi, I'm new here. Hey, Krista, welcome in. Welcome in. So let's not beat ourselves up for what we think we're not good at, what we think we're not good enough at, just because what we think, that's the key of today's podcast. What we think, what we believe is not good enough. Because at the end of the day, and I'm talking to myself mostly because this podcast was really to help me, but this is for everybody else as well. If you ever feel like you're not good enough for whatever reason, put yourself out there. Tell your story because your story might help somebody. You know what I'm saying? Your story might help somebody to get through their day. You may be putting content out to help your day, your own insecurities and stuff, but your content might help somebody else's day. So, you know what I'm saying? So nails, get back to it. You don't gotta be perfect, you just gotta do it. You know the best thing about this weight loss thing I've been doing, and after talking to my brother. Now that me and my brother are talking to each other a lot more now. My brother, he's really, if anybody knows my brother, he's skinny. This nigga he's never seen a 2 on a scale in his life. He don't even know what a 2 on a scale look like. And so for him, when it comes to weight loss, for a very long time, we used to butt heads a lot, right? We used to butt heads because he would tell me some stuff, and I'm like, nigga, you don't even know what it's like to be like this. So how you gonna try to coach me? That's dumb as hell. Dumb as fuck mindset, just by the way. But I did that, right? But lately he's been telling me, hey, Stuart, you did a good job today. I don't worry about you didn't work out 5 days a week. Yeah, that was the goal. The goal was for you to work out 5 times a week, but you did 3 when you could have did 0. You did 2 when you could have did 0. We gotta start praising ourselves for the stuff that we are doing. Just like they said in that video we watched earlier. Lean into imposter syndrome. Praise yourself for what you are doing instead of focusing on what you're not doing. You know what, Jay? Hey, you may not have uploaded every day this week, but you uploaded some. You know what I'm saying? You may not have streamed every day this week, but you streamed. And so all you gotta do is take praise on what you did today, and then move on to the next one. What you gotta say about that, Jay? What you think?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. I done got to that part a lot. Like, I done got to this part of life a long time ago. Like, when it comes to being praised by anybody else other than myself, I don't look for it no more, because I'll be happy with what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. Although you do have the times where I say that I can be doing more, but we'll get to that when we get to that bridge. So I'm happy with what I've been doing as of the last the last 6 months when it comes to like content and content, because I just got back to streaming. So we gonna be working on, we working little by little to go ahead and build everything back up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But
well, that's good.
I must say I am happy with where my head space is at when it comes to this shit. I'll be telling people, man, I think we forget. Nah, never mind. Go ahead. Next.
Next, number eight. There's three more. Actually, no, 2 more. We did number 8. Procrastination has become a way of life. Hey, this website need to get out of my fucking business, okay? I ain't asking to get into my fucking personal life like this, Jay. This website is attacking me, Jay, because it's talking about procrastination.
Nigga,
fight back. Because procrastination has become a way of life. Everyone procrastinates from time to time, but according to Pauline Clance and Suzanne Imes, the 2 psychologists credited for first naming imposter feelings for self-identified imposters, procrastination is often used to keep others from learning the truth of your ineptness. So wait. So you telling me the reason why I self-sabotage is because I want to hide some shit? I stop myself from my own greatness because I don't want people to see me as weak? Even though by me doing my greatness, people would actually see me as strong, but I think they're going to see me as weak if I show my greatness? When I say this shit out loud, it's really dumb as fuck. But that's what imposter syndrome is. It's really dumb. But everybody goes through it. It's about just how you view yourself, because man, I'm gonna keep reading this. I didn't read all of it. Like all coping and protecting mechanisms, this one works, but at a price. If you wait until the very last minute to write an important paper or article and the result reflects your lack of time and effort, you have a built-in excuse. Damn. You know what, Jay? Yeah, that's where self-sabotage come from. Yeah, damn, I was late to work because I was staying up last night. Well, damn, if you would have went to sleep, you wouldn't have been late for work. Damn, I can't lose no weight just because like my diet or I couldn't go to the gym. Well, you didn't plan to go to the gym, so you just did whatever. So of course it didn't work. Like it's just this one. Procrastination is really just a side effect of how you feel about yourself and the imposter syndrome. You're really not lazy. You're creating a built-in excuse. What you think? What you think about that one, Jay? Hold on. I want to know your mindset on that one. What you think about that one right there? Procrastination has become a way of a life, especially this part right here, to where the results that shows your lack of time and effort gives you a built-in excuse. What you think about that one?
Man, I just did that. I did that for the last 2 days. Remember, I was like, my PC telling me that I ain't got the necessary components to play COD, so I had to update my BIOS and shit. So me having to YouTube that shit, it was tiring alone. Then on top of that, like, don't do drugs, kids. So then on top of that, smoking, trying to figure this shit out. I was like, bro, I'm about to just go lay down. I'm tired, bro. It's literally 6 p.m. and I'm like, I'm tired, bro. I'm not about to do this shit. Lay down, go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to run with Twin, and I'm like, I gotta figure this shit out, but I'm like, I'm not about to figure this shit out today because I'm too high and I'm tired. So I'm going to sleep. So then the next day came. So then I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna rerun this shit. Looking at the same 5 YouTube videos on how to do this shit. And again, I go ahead and smoke. I'm like, oh yeah, it ain't doing what's supposed to. I need a flash drive. I got 2. I don't know if I could have used these, but I didn't want to use them because I didn't want to have to reformat them because it told me I needed a flash drive and reformat it. But I got 2 motherfucking Xbox hard drives, and I'm like, you can semi use them as USBs, right? It's Microsoft. So I done tore up my apartment looking for the one flash drive I know I got around here, but I'm like, nah, I can't find it. So I'm giving myself all these fucking excuses because they already basically built in because it's like, you know what I'm saying? All this shit is happening. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to go back to sleep. We're going to try this shit again tomorrow. So yeah, I literally just kind of just did that. So I couldn't stream because of the simple fact. I could have streamed. I could have did just chatting, or I could have played Rivals, or hell, I could have bought art, but I'm like, nah, I can't do it because I can't play COD. So let me just go ahead and just not do anything. I can't
play COD, man. If it ain't COD, he ain't trying to do it, chat. You feel me?
Just saying, man. Something wrong with me, man.
No, I feel that. So yeah, definitely, like, man, that one right there. Hold on, that one might be a whole. I might have sent it to my brother. Told me when I told him I was doing this episode. He told me he was laughing because he's like he's doing a podcast. First and foremost, why when I start my podcast, my brother will start his own podcast.
Doesn't fucking matter, Stuart.
I'm just saying. Anyway, he told me that he one of his next couple of podcasts, he's talking about imposter syndrome. Which is I want to. When that happens, I'm gonna tell him to link it, and we're gonna link it to this YouTube video because him being the therapist and the licensed clinical mental health counselor, I want to see his point of view about it. So, we just 2 niggas reading shit on Google, so our point of view is a little different, But number 10 right here, you fear success far more than you feel failure. Hold on, chat. I want to hear everybody. If you listening right now, stop what you're doing. If you're holding the baby, drop the baby and comment this one right here. I want to get everybody.
No. Put the baby down. Don't drop the baby. Put the baby down. Place the baby on the couch. Don't drop the baby. Please don't drop that baby. What the fuck wrong with this guy? Who mans is this? What the fuck wrong with this guy? He is crazy.
I was trying. You gotta make a point. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, don't drop the baby, but you get what I'm saying. No, what do y'all think, Chad? Do you think people who suffer with imposter syndrome fear the ultimate thing is they fear success more than they feel failure? Like, I want to know what y'all really think about this. You know what I'm saying? Drop the baby, jail immediately.
We all know Stu fears success. So, I don't know if y'all been around him, but he done said plenty of times, Jay, I don't know how I'm gonna act if I ever get successful, bro. It might change me. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, no. Who you are at your core is who you are, bro. You ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I promise you, it's hard to change your core than anything. So who you are at your core, which we all know, good dude, great intentions, needs to work on his delivery, but for the most part, great fucking guy. So nigga, you're who you are at your core. That shit ain't gonna matter when just because you got a couple more zeros in your bank account with a actual number at the beginning and it ain't a negative at that motherfucker in front.
Yeah,
that ain't gonna change you, man. You gonna be who you are. You still gonna be willing to help motherfuckers. You still gonna you might be a little stingier when it comes to. No, you're not. Never mind. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Never mind. Now me, I'm switching the program up. You hear me? I'm switching the program up. Y'all thought y'all see less of me. Now you niggas ain't gonna see me at all. Cause let me break the bank. I swear it's gonna be damn Jay. You ain't been around. You damn right. I'm living.
Right.
You damn right. I'm in Bora Bora, nigga. Not worried about shit. I'm swiping for pina coladas and I don't even like them. I am switching up the entire program. So
Jay said all I do is swipe for no reason. Just
for no reason.
Man, okay. And I like that. Because I definitely, like Jay said, if anybody's been around me long enough, y'all know I definitely fear success more than I feel failure. And you know why? Because the way I see it, this is just how I see it. This is how I see it. Okay. I done failed my whole fucking life, so I can't be scared of it because damn, I do it every damn day. So how am I scared of it if I do it every day? But what I don't do every day, once again, my opinion, is succeed and accomplish the goals of a successful person daily, right? What was it? The morning routine. Like you know what? When what's the name created those videos for the morning routine, he wake up and read his Bible. The Saratoga water and all that shit. We all saw it, right? I tried to get up and do that, and I did it for one day, right? One thing I noticed: when you get up that early, you get tired earlier. You notice that? So I forgot I had to work 12 to 9. So I wake up at 6 a.m. I went for my walk and I did what I supposed. I made breakfast and I cleaned my face and showered and read the Bible. I did all this stuff. And it was 8, 9 a.m. Right? I'm watching Vibe stream, enjoying my stream. At that point, I told myself I deserve to watch Vibe stream. I done did a whole bunch of shit. I deserve to have a little moment to myself. Man, I fell asleep in the stream because I'm tired as fuck. Because the first time you actually start doing self-love, the first time you start doing what you're supposed to do, and you start being disciplined in the way you're supposed to, that's some work. When you go from not doing it to doing it, man, don't nobody ever talk about that. Don't nobody ever talk about everybody just say, oh, just do the shit. Just be disciplined. Your life will get better. But what about that first week and a half to 2 weeks when you go from 0 to 100 real quick? That the backside of that is kind of, so people need to talk about that as well. And I said that to say, first 100K going to OnlyFans, huh, Stu? No, it's not going to OnlyFans. First of all, fun fact, I'm banned from OnlyFans for taking my money back. Yep. Look at Jay face. Look at Jay face. Oh, okay, I'm not banned, but I'm not banned. I'm not banned, but
nigga, you getting banned from OnlyFans? The fuck you say? Oh, you ain't popping it enough. Give me my $5 back.
Give my $5 back, man. You don't deserve my $5, man. You don't deserve my $5.
The fuck is wrong with him?
Hey,
man? Who is this, man?
Hey, Hey man, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't see enough coochie, man. Give my money back, man.
What?
Hey,
Bro, what is wrong with you, man? Give me
no,
my
look.
$5 back.
No, okay, that's funny though. That's funny, but yeah, that's I'm just so needless to say, I haven't been on OnlyFans in a very, very, very long time. So you know what I'm saying. So and and it's not like they ask for $100. I'm not asking to get them $100 back. It's just not. So all I did was unsubscribe from shit. I ain't know it was gonna come back like that. Anyway, like damn, I tried to get my life together. Now I'm getting banned for getting my life together. Like shit.
That's normally how that go. When you try to get your life together, some shit be hitting you left and right. Some bullshit be hitting you left and right. As soon as you try to get your life together.
You know what I'm saying? Shit was crazy. So definitely. So all in all, man, we talked about imposter syndrome today. And once again, I'm on the Imposter Syndrome Institute website. And I wanted to know, right? How do you get past or get over imposter syndrome? Like, how do you get over it? And so they gave us 10 steps on how to get over it. Like I said, the very first thing they did was number 1, break the silence. Break the silence, man. Shame keeps a lot of people from fessing up about their fraudulent feelings, not their fraudulent ways. Let's gotta make that clear. Not your fraudulent ways, but your fraudulent feelings. All right. So just sometimes just knowing there's a name for these feelings and that you are not alone can be tremendously freeing. And I'm not gonna lie, for me, it helped me out. This episode definitely helped me a lot. Like I said, I made this episode for me. So selfishly, y'all got some content because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a podcast on this because it's saying I gotta break the silence. So let me just see. You know what I'm saying? Either niggas gonna get on here and say, Stuart, you dumb as fuck. You know, blah, blah, blah. Or some people gonna be like, yes, Stu, I deal with that too. You know, I also deal with that. You know, you're not alone. And so hearing Nell say they deal with that, Jay say he dealt with that, and hearing people say they deal really has helped me out. I'm like, okay, I'm not alone. Like, it's okay to feel like that sometimes. You know, number 2, separate feelings from fact. This one's, you know, for some reason, this one's kind of hard for me. Separate my feelings from fact because sometimes my feelings get intertwined with that motherfucker. But separate feelings from fact. The fact is, I got a lot of people who love and care for me. The fact is, I have a podcast that does better than a lot of other podcasts numbers wise. The fact is, when I do hit live, people gonna come in there and vibe with me, and they do enjoy my presence and being around me. Those are the facts.
Go back to the one before that one.
What
you got a podcast that do better than a lot of other podcasts number wise. I want you to take that one out because I feel like when we compare ourselves to others, that's where we start wrong. That's where shit goes wrong. So 1, lower your expectations, and 2, stop comparing yourself to the next. Because at the end of the day, your numbers may not be your numbers might be better than that person's numbers, but your numbers ain't better than that person's numbers. You get what I'm saying? So it's like when you get to comparing, you get into a sticky situation. So let's not compare ourselves to others when we are who we are. We, you know what I'm saying? We rock out like that.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna change up and
I don't. You know what? That was rude as fuck. I don't mean to tell you what to. You know what I'm saying? How to say it, what to do. But I'm just saying,
no, like as far as mentally,
as you think,
the way you mentally, think, yeah. So I feel that. So I'm gonna put it this way then. I have a podcast that actually helps people, right? Instead of having like red pill content where it talk about how this person ain't shit, that person ain't shit, and blaming people who ain't shit, and women ain't doing shit or men ain't doing. My podcast has really been designed to actually help people, right? This podcast was designed to help me, right? And hopefully by helping myself, I help somebody else to realize you're not alone in this. You know what I'm saying? Wait, this ain't red pill. No, this ain't red pill panda. This is not red pill, right? Number 3, recognize when you shouldn't feel, or I'm sorry, Recognize when damn I need to learn how to read. Where my glasses at? Recognize when you should feel fraudulent. All right. A sense of belonging fosters confidence. If you're the only one, if you are the only or one of few people in a meeting, classroom, field, or workplace who look in or sound like you are, or are much older or younger, god damn, all these fucking, then it's only natural that you sometimes feel like you don't totally fit in. Plus, if you're the first woman, person of color, or person with a disability to achieve something in the world, i.e., first VP, astronaut, judge, supervisor, firefighter, honoree, etc., there's that added pressure to represent your entire group, right? Like, for instance, I wasn't the first person to make weight loss content. I wasn't, so I ain't gonna say that. But but when I first started doing content creation, I didn't see people who looked like me, and I'm talking about big and black, making content, right? So when I did start doing it a couple years ago, and I started making my first little snippet, if y'all was here, you know what I'm talking about. My first little snippet of it was like 3 or 4 videos of weight loss content. I hated it. I still hate doing it, but I hate it, and I felt like I'm doing something wrong. Don't nobody want to see this fat person doing all that shit. Well, that's not the truth. Now, if I would have known that, if I would have kept doing that shit, I would have blown up. That I've seen some people. Jay sent me some people. My brother sent me some people who look kind of like me. They stomach hangs the way mine hang. Sometimes worse. Like, and they out there putting themselves out there and doing content and blowing up from the content. I'm like, well, damn. I should have kept doing my shit. My shit might have took off like this. Took off. You know, but so never, never push yourself down for what you feel, because you never know what you're doing could bless somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Number 4, accentuate the positive. You know, I gotta stop focusing on the negative of myself. You in chat gotta stop focusing on the negative of yourself. Nails, you said your audio not good. You know what? Okay, so what? So what? You'll fix it. It'll get there. We just want to spend time with you and talk in chat, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Panda and calling niggas mid. Oh my god. she, she said because I call her mid, Jay. Calls niggas mid. Panda, like,
she said this nigga called me mid. This nigga not even on the table.
Nah, she was mad.
She don't even. He's like, this nigga don't even think he is on the table, and this nigga called me mid.
No,
that shit was funny as fuck.
That was funny as hell. But no, you gotta accentuate the positives. Accentuate the positive, man, of who you are as a person. Every single person on this planet has positive aspects about themselves. Whether you're a great mother, a great father, a great writer, a great singer, whether you work out at the gym harder than somebody else, whether there's always something you do that is great for you, whether you're a great planner. I mean, Krista was just in the chat. Krista's a really great planner. Like, shit, when it comes to systems and having a system for shit, Krista got that. She gonna have that system like clockwork, like running shit. You feel me? Everybody has something positive. So accentuate your positive and really build off of that. Number 5, develop a healthy response to failure and making mistakes. Hey, we're gonna make mistakes. My biggest, I think one of my biggest problems is when I make a mistake, bro. I spend like the next 3 days going into a little ball and just focusing on that shit and trying to think about how I could have never made that mistake, how I'm never gonna make it again. Bro, you made a mistake. You did. Don't crawl up in a ball and become frozen or think you're not good enough just because you made a mistake. It happens. If you didn't make a mistake, you will be Jesus Christ. And ain't nobody Jesus Christ. Just love yourself. Love yourself. Number 6, write the rules. I don't know what this one means, so I'm gonna read the whole thing. If you've been operating under misguided rules like I should always know the answer. Okay. Or never ask for help. Start asserting your own rights. Write the rules. So I like this right here because how many times Nails I've been in your chat? How many times I talked to you, Nails? And I'm like, yeah, Nails. Like, I'm as a man, I gotta be a provider and protector. Like, and because I can't be that, I ain't a man yet. So I'm gonna stop my shit. And you've had to tell me, Nails, Stu, no, you good. Just do this, and that, and you good. Write the rules. And I like that it's saying this because I need to do this myself. Like, just because I don't got money don't mean I'm not a man. Just because I'm in love with my mama right now don't mean I'm not a man. I'm still a man.
This goes back to what I was saying that I'm not saying, but I'm saying it, nigga.
We're not talking about that, but I know what you.
No,
I know
nigga,
what you're saying. What you're not
for
saying.
the simple fact that person done told you, bruh, I got you. That's what you look for in a person.
Mm-hmm. We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about that today. But I know what you're saying though. Like, we here. And if anybody in chat is here, they know too. Number 7, develop a new script. When I created this podcast, today I had a script. Matter of fact, I'm gonna share this tab instead. Shout out ChatGPT. Questions right here. The script to have it open. All that. This is the script that I had. I didn't ask all these questions, but you had to develop a new script, right? Go off of what you want. Become consciously aware of the conversation going on in your head, the negative and the positive, so that way you can control the framework inside your head. At the end of the day, imposter syndrome is mostly in your head.
Yes.
Mostly in your head. Matter of fact, all of it's in your head. Because the whole thing of imposter syndrome is, nigga, Jay thinks I'm a great fucking human being when still feel like shit. Like, well, there's some shit Jay don't see though. Or if Jay saw it. When that's not the truth. That's not. That's just what I think in my head. And I need to stop that. Nels thinks she may not be the best streamer because she don't got this or she don't got that. That's not true. You still a bomb ass streamer, even with your flaws. One thing I love that I just saw just now that I love in growing up in church. That one reason why I love God. God loves us despite. Something they say a lot is saying, I may have done this, I may have done that, but God. You ever heard that sentence before? I may have been a drug addict, but God. And so this is saying, yeah, you may not have your shit together, but you still here. You may not be the best streamer that you want to be because of your audio, but guess what? People still gonna tune into that motherfucker. I may not have a completely good script or know how to be the best quote unquote podcaster, but niggas are still tuned in. I may have not loved myself all the time, but yet somehow people still text me and say, Stuart, you loved me out of situations. So I'm saying that to say, just because you feel a certain way, just still do it. Develop a new script. Number 8, visualize success. Not gonna lie, this was hard for me. It's hard to because when you have so much self-doubt, it's kind of hard to visualize. I think this for me, this might be an advanced step. I gotta work on this. Visualize your success. You know what I'm saying? Crack rock, what's occurring? What? Didn't love me. He wouldn't bless me with my next crack rock. Oh my God, Panda. God, y'all gotta have a panda in your corner, man. If y'all don't got a panda in your corner, get you a panda in your corner. Because they gonna keep things light when it's supposed to be heavy. You know what I'm saying? Because but make sure y'all visualize the success. Make sure y'all are visualizing. Clouds, what's good with you, man? Welcome in, man. Make sure y'all visualize success. One thing, Clouds, hardworking dude. But I'm pretty sure even Clouds may have some things about himself he ain't, And so everybody's in this chat is watching the podcast, or if you're watching this on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever this podcast is being posted, once I upload it, make sure you love yourself through it. You know what I'm saying? You love yourself. And number 9, you reward yourself for the small things you are doing. And if you're raising kids or you're raising people, let's make sure we celebrate our children more. We celebrate our children. Yeah, you want them to get all A's. Cool. That's the expectation for your house. Cool. But let's love them. You know what I'm saying? I can't play games if I can't hear them though. Ah shit. Well, the audio fucked up in Call of Duty anyway, Nels. Who cares? But no, let's make sure when we're raising our kids, when we're dealing with other people, not just our kids, but if you're in a relationship, let's love them through their failures. Or let's praise them for their successes, no matter how big or small the success may be to you. Keywords, to you. Because what you may see as just a day-to-day thing may be a humongous thing to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Only control what you can. I like that, Clouds. Only control what you can. So really reward yourself and make sure when you're dealing with other people, you show positive, you reward them because you never know what people are dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And number 10, fake it till you make it. That's a very old cliche saying, you know. Articulate your needs. I like that, Brie. Make sure, yeah, you are saying what you need out of relationships, out of whatever, you know, because it's kind of hard for people to praise you for stuff when when they think that it's normal, you know. I ain't get a reward since I came in here. Yes, you did get a reward when you came in here. You got my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like what? What's she talking about, bro? She didn't get a reward. Not everybody get that. She got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man. You know, my last one from the last stream. Oh, you know what? We're gonna do that right after this. Okay. You're right, Brie. You're absolutely right. But number 10, fake it till you make it. 100%. You know, just if you don't love yourself 100% or you feel like you don't deserve it, just act like you do, and then the brain will catch up. You know, just act like you love yourself, and then sooner or later you'll trick.
Because your brain thinking that, you know what I'm saying, but if you think it, your brain thinking it first, and your emotions will follow.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they'll follow. You know, if you start doing it, sooner or later your brain will be like, oh, okay, maybe I do like this. Maybe I do like myself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, I wanna turn this to chat here a little bit. We got any questions from chat? We got any people who want to tell stories or something in chat? Anybody want to offer jail for sacrifice? I might stay.
Excuse me.
I mean,
I gotta die for you to stay. Is that the sacrifice we talking about?
Hey, I don't think she want to kill you, Jay. I think she want to eat you, bro.
Too much. Too much. Too much. Too much. I can't. Chill.
Stu, you always make shit gay. How am I getting gay? Whatever. Anyway, as a man thinketh, so is he. You know what, Bree? You spit in with that, Bree, and that's biblical. As a man thinketh, so is he. So we gotta start thinking straight. You know, we gotta start thinking right about ourselves. And anybody watching this podcast right here, anybody watching it, if you guys are watching this right here, I want you guys to really take heed on this entire podcast. This has been over 2 hours just yapping and talking about, feelings, about feeling like not being good enough. I want you to know from Stu in the Cool Down Den, you are good enough. You are strong enough. The work you put in does matter. You have earned your seat at the table. And so don't belittle yourself for thinking that you didn't get it the way you wanted it to be. It don't matter how, if you got it where you wanted it to be, you still got it. So take yourself out some ice cream. Take yourself to a movie date. Love on yourself because you earned it. I'm speaking to myself when I say this. The only way we're gonna continue to get better is by continuing to love ourselves as we get better. Accomplish every step of the way. That's my final words for this podcast. But Jay, I'm gonna leave you, man. What you final words for the people, man? What you gotta say? Final words for this.
I fuck with what Cloud said. Control what you can control. Don't worry about what you can't control. Cause it's a lot of motherfuckers, and I'm gonna talk about the wig again. The wig trying to control some shit that he can't control. But again, yeah, control what you can control. You know what I'm saying? You can control how you feel about yourself. You can control how you view yourself. I think that was the same thing. You could control how you love yourself. So yeah, control what you can control, which is yourself and your emotions. And all the other shit will come to you.
Facts. Everything else will come to you, man. So, let me follow this little script I put there at the bottom type shit. You know what I'm saying? Where'd it go? You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, if you're still here, I want you to hear this part clearly. The fact that you questioned yourself tonight doesn't mean you don't belong. It means you care about doing it right. Imposter syndrome isn't proof that you're a fraud. A lot of the time, it's just growth with no familiar language yet. You don't have to feel confident all the time. You don't have to feel ready. You just have to stay in the room. If this conversation has spoke to you, don't rush back into noise. Sit with it. Let it settle inside yourself. And if you're alive, drop one word in the chat that describes how you're feeling right now. For everyone listening later, whether it's on YouTube, on podcast, on YouTube or Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anything like that, you're not behind. You're not pretending. You're becoming. I'll see y'all next time here on the Cool Down Den, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Okay, cut it right there. All right, chat. For anybody else watching this, I'm gonna go ahead and end this, and then I'm gonna go live here in about, I don't know, what time is it? 5 o'clock, probably 15, 20 minutes, and we're gonna figure out what we're gonna play when I get there. So I'm gonna boot this PC up, and I'm gonna boot up this stream. So y'all stay right here if you want to Twitch chat. For anybody watching on YouTube, come on over to Twitch. We about to be gaming. So thank y'all.
Nigga, did you just tell them to stay in the chat for 15 minutes?
Yeah. Or come back in 15 minutes. However you want to do it.
You about to end the live. You want motherfuckers to sit in your chat for 15 minutes with you not being here at all, not even live. This nigga is what is wrong with this nigga, man? Somebody please, he is out of hand. What is wrong with this nigga? This motherfucker crazy.
Oh my
crazy. God. Hey, yeah, y'all just sit right here about 15 minutes. I'll be back. We're going to figure out what we're going to play. Nigga, what?
All right, you come back. Hey, nigga, come back. You know what I'm saying?
This is crazy, bro.
Hey, nigga, come back. You feel me?
Lower your expectations, brother.
Hey, sit your ass right there. Don't fucking move. Don't go nowhere. I know where you live. Don't go nowhere. Stay right there. Don't touch that guy. No, I'll be back. I'll be back in about 15, 20 minutes, and I'm gonna get some food. Cause I haven't ate all day. I have a really bad habit of not eating until I accomplish my goals. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, I'm about to eat, and I'm gonna go live. I don't know if we're playing Arc Raiders or we're playing Marvel Rivals, but we'll be doing one of those two. So I'm gonna catch y'all. See y'all next week. Oh shit! Next week we're talking about finding love while gaming. Shout out to the homegirl Morgan. She created that episode. So y'all not going to miss it. That's going to be a good episode next week. Can you find love while gaming? That's next week.
Is she going to be on it?
Yeah, she going to be on it, yeah.
Yeah, you might have to sign me up for that one. Got some questions for her.
Shit. Yeah.
Questions for her.
All right, y'all. See y'all in a little bit. Just press it.